class. By this point, you will have completed your base, the small base, and your two uprights, okay? And you can kind of place them approximately where they go according to the sketch. One thing that I would check is your orientation. That will help with other drawings later. And if we go to the front view, you want to make sure that your bottom is at 0. Here's 0 right there. And then the center of this should also be close to this 0. Okay, that will help when we set up our centerline section and our ground plan. So with this done, I'm going to show you how you use the STAIR tool and how you can make an arch. STAIR tool, I start in plan view like this, and then your STAIR tool is going to be in the tool sets. It's going to look like a little tiny escape stair. See right here, STAIR tool, click on that, and you're going to come over here with the stair. It's going to be set up, this is the default, clearly not the stair you're going to use. What you're going to want to do is add in this stair like this, and then come over to your stairs right here, and then you're going to hit settings. And then the settings, it's going to open up another dialog box. Okay? I would start with general and just take a quick look at all these options. Okay, that's the stair total height. In this case, you know your stair needs to be 3'8" because that's actually the height of the platform, and that was a given. So you can go 3'8". Okay, not the right stair yet, so we can keep working on it. Settings. Okay, now we're going to go through like geometry, and you can see there's options here. This depth, the riser height, stair width. 3 foot 4 inches is not a bad default for what we're doing. I would say we start with that and then we see where that takes us. Okay, all through. 2D graphics shows what it's when it's done 2D. We don't need to modify that. That will modify it on its own. Construction. Construction, in this case, we're going to keep it solid stair. That's what the sketch looks like, something like that. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the railings. And railings look basically like what the sketch is. We just don't have it circular yet. Okay. So we will leave the railings as they are currently. And then there's graphic attributes. I would not mess with this at this point. We might later when we get into cutting sections and ground plans, but at this point we can just leave these alone. So that gives you a little bit of a walkthrough through the stair settings. Now that we've looked at the top headings in the dialog box of the stair settings, we want to go back to general, and this is where we're going to be able to change the shape. If we go to select standard configuration, we already put in our height because we know what that wants to be. Select standard configuration, and look, we have options: straight, L shape, O shape, U shape, and circular. We want circular. Okay. Also, make sure the transfer settings from current stair, these should be all clicked on. Okay. You're going to hit circular stair, and you're going to hit OK. It will make it into a circular stair. You notice how it's keeping this height the same. Now, let's take a look at it, and then we'll move back into this box. Okay? Right here. If we move this on top of our unit, we can see it's clearly not the right size. It's much too tight. What we're going to do is move back to the settings. We're going to go 10 feet. And let's see how much, if that improves. Okay, not quite big enough. That's fine. We're going to go back to our settings again. And now we're going to start. We got this, stair width, sweep. Let's make these a little bit more practical, a little bit closer to something that would be like acceptable. Let's see if we do this close to 6. Let's see if we can get this close to 12, which would be equal 18. And let's see, we might need to modify one of these other things. Let's just see how that looks. Not bad. Okay, now this is the center of this. This is a circular thing. I would say we take it and get it kind of close to that edge. So after playing with this for a bit and moving, keeping 3/8 and then trying to get this close to 18 as you can, and this stair width 3/4 is fine. Outside diameter of 10 is a good concentric circle. Inside diameter is going to be set by the outside diameter and the size of the tread. Okay, so at this point it's pretty good. Maybe open up the sweep a little bit more. It might increase this a little bit, which increasing that foot the run is not a bad thing. Let's see if that helps it a little bit. And bring it down. And let's take a look at wireframe. That looks good there. That looks good there. We'll line everything up. Here, we want to cut into this because you see how it doesn't really work that way, and that's totally fine. So let's go to wireframe and see if we can get this lining up how we'd like it, and then we can cut into it. So this I would probably move to where it's at the center of these step units, something like this. Pull it back so it's probably equally hitting on both sides. Okay. Now take this to shaded and we're going to chop out the section that needs to be a step, because this right here would really be difficult to walk on. I mean, this already is going to be a little bit tricky, but not impossible. However, this part would be really difficult. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Switch back to wireframe. We can see where that part is, and we're just going to take it out. Like if I rotate up, you can see this is the edge of the top, which is like the top step. Okay, so we're just going to draw a rectangle that can live right there. Go from here to there. It needs to be a little bit bigger. And then we'll extrude it. You can make it like 2 feet. Then here, take a look. We want it to be right there. And this is where you have a couple options. We could either combine this as one. Here, let's ungroup that for a second. Otherwise, we can't chop into it. We could combine this as one, then you can do it at one time, or you can do two edits. If we were to combine this as one, it would be like this. And remember, right click, add solids, and now click on this, and now subtract solids. We want to keep this part. We're going to hit OK. Now if we switch back to shaded, you'll see we have this edge and this edge now at the same plane. Okay, so that's how we would make this step acceptable to step up there. So this is in a line and that's in a line. The next thing we're going to look at is how to make this curved archway.